everyone, Melissa from Melissa vs. Fibromyalgia here. I just created a video sharing 5 journals that I created for chronic illness thrivers, but also ones that could just go on the gift list for Christmas. And I thought maybe it would be interesting to share kind of how I ended up making my own journals. So creating my own journals and selling them on Amazon KDP. How on earth did I get there? Because it's kind of, a big deal. And I guess it all goes back to the blog. I started the blog because I was sharing my experience, and then I was sharing what I learned because I realized there was so little information out there. And then I realized that people really needed help, like with all of these things, right? Like you can get a wonderful book like The Fibro Manual from Dr. Ginevra, and it is amazing, but it is quite a lot of stuff, and actually every little bit could be broken down. And so that's what I've been doing all these years, is trying to break it down and make it easier and accessible and as guided as possible, so that your journey is shorter than mine, because mine took a heck of a long time. And so what I realized, the very first thing I ever made was a health journal, a daily health log. So I had been writing a daily symptom log in my own, it was a blank piece of paper, and I would painstakingly write up all of the areas of it every single day. And then I made it digital, and I was like, hold on, if I made this digital for myself, I could make this for other people. So I made it, and I gave different ones away with my first book that I published, Melissa vs. Fibromyalgia. I gave a sleep diary, pain management plan. And then the more I played with the digital ones, I realized that I had so many. So I created an Etsy store and put them for sale there. And then I realized that they could be created together in the same way that my book was. So I wrote a book, my brother designed the cover, we formatted it, and we uploaded it to Amazon KDP, and now people can buy my book. And so I was like, we must be able to do the same thing. And so I did. So I formatted my daily symptom log, put it together, got my brother to make this gorgeous little cover. The first one wasn't so great. The first ones I played with were usually A4, and it took me a while to get the right format. So what I've realized now is what's perfect is A5, and about 90 days worth. So that it's portable. So I like my big one. So this is the first digital physical one that I created, because I wanted 1 year altogether, and it works for me and I love it. Like, this is the second one of this that I'm using, so I've used it for more than a year, but people were telling me that they would prefer one that was transportable, so I did it. And I had to use a lot of my brother's help, because Amazon KDP can be a little bit tricky to figure out all of the specifics of getting it uploaded. So I created this one. And then I also created my paste planning journal. Again, it was another worksheet that I had been selling in my Etsy store that takes people through how to plan their day in a paced manner. So I don't just make worksheets and templates and just hand it over. It's always a guided journey. It's like a mini course, because I always want to give you as much help as possible. And so actually the newest the newest version of this is called Get on Top of Your Pain and Fatigue, and at the beginning it has a pain management plan. So I guide you to make a pain management plan and a flare plan. Then we start tracking symptoms, and then at the end we have a 90-day summary, so that we go through and summarize it carefully and use that information with our medical professionals and when we're making decisions on what works, and then other little templates. And so each of those books now are essentially guided courses on how to track symptoms, because I think it's really important to track symptoms. But then what happened about a year ago is I bought this gratitude journal, and I paid like $25 or $30 for it. And I looked inside and I went, I would love a prettier version of this, and I think I can make it. So I made it. And then I started playing with Lulu. And Lulu is much easier to use than Amazon. It doesn't have the size of built-in audience that Amazon does, but it is so much easier to use. So I created my gratitude journal. This is brand new because I've been playing with the format that I wanted for a long time. It takes, you don't just kind of make it and bung it up, right? You like perfect it. So isn't that gorgeous? Like, I love it so much because I'm a stationary person. And so you can do, this is a gratitude practice. I'm just so excited about it, like that I can do it with chronic illness. Like I can do all of this little bits at a time. And that's what these online things give us. Canva, Amazon KDP, the Lulu website, like it's amazing. And I guess the last one to show you is my brain foggy to-dos. This is the A5 version that I created, and it is gorgeous. I love it so much. But actually the first iteration of it was A4. And this is available on Amazon and Lulu. I mean, it is well used. I use it. So I made sure that it was fit for purpose before I used it, before I put it up as an offering for you guys. But everything I do, I just want it to make life easier for you. And it's just so exciting what I've been able to create. So that's a little bit about that. Like I said about the paced planning journal, what I did here in this one is combined the paced planning with the symptom tracking. And yet nothing I've created is groundbreaking or revolutionary. It's just guided, it's just designed to make things easier, right? Like a to-do list is not revolutionary, but it makes life easier. And if it's pretty, great. We deserve to have pretty things. But this one is so you do your symptom tracking and then you make your daily health plan. So what you want to do is make sure that you're using the information to feed into your day plan so that you are using your energy wisely. And that's the essence of pacing. And this, I decided when I got this is my proof copy of it. I decided A4 is a little bit too big, but I've left it available because some people will like it to be big. But I've got an A5 version of it now. And the wonderful part of it is that I have systems in place that makes it really easy for me to create. So I think I just wanted to let you know that if you have some kind of goal like that, give it a go. Like literally just watch videos and tutorials on how to do whatever it is you want to do. I mean, I started at the beginning, how to write a blog post, how to create images for the blog post, how to market blog posts, how to create an email list, how to create a physical book, like do it slowly. Because as long as you're not trying to make it like your sole piece of income, as long as it's just something you're doing probably mostly for you, there's no harm in just giving it a go. Now I make a little bit of money, not enough to quit my job or support my family, but again, my mission is to make things as accessible as possible and to support people. My mission is very people focused, but it does make a little bit of money each month, and a little bit of money each month is really helpful when you've got big health bills and medicines and supplements to buy and physiotherapy and you can't work full time. So it's nothing to sneeze at. So if that's something you're considering, or if you have something along those lines, give it a go. Break it down. Use my paced planning journal to break it all down. Just use a piece of paper. You don't have to use my journals, but if you have a goal, break it down and give it a go, because these days so many things are accessible to us now and it's so exciting. Let us know below, have you done anything like this? Is there anything that you have worked on slowly and carefully around energy limitations? And I'll catch you again soon.